Congratulations. You have just spawned into the most chaotic era of planet Earth. The year is roughly 520 million years before your great-great-grandmother was even a thought. Welcome to the Cambrian period. Before you get excited and start looking for your luxury underwater villa, I have some bad news. You are not a shark. You are not a whale. You are not even a moderately competent fish. You have been born as a trilobite. Now look at yourself. You are basically a prehistoric sea roach. A flat, segmented, crunchy little nugget of disappointment crawling through the muck at the very bottom of the ocean. While nature was busy inventing things like tentacles, actual brains, and terrifyingly sharp teeth, it looks like you were the trial version that the developers forgot to update. Your life is not an adventure. It is a 270 million year-long panic attack. In this world, everything is a prototype, and unfortunately for you, everyone else is a prototype for a killing machine. You, on the other hand, are a prototype for a snack. You have no jaws to bite back. You have no claws to fight. You have no venom to defend yourself. You just have a shell and a dream. And most of the time, that dream is just not being eaten by something that looks like an alien nightmare. Let us talk about your job. Your daily routine consists of vacuuming the ocean floor. You spend your entire day face down in the mud, eating literal garbage, rotting carcasses, and whatever organic debris falls from the surface. You are the janitor of the Cambrian Explosion. While the rest of the world is busy evolving and becoming legendary predators, you are over here eating prehistoric dust bunnies. It is not glamorous, but hey, someone has to clean up the mess left behind by the creatures who actually matter, right? But wait, nature did give you one high-tech upgrade. You actually have the most sophisticated eyes on the planet. This sounds cool until you realize how cruel it is. Your eyes are not made of soft tissue like the ones you are using to watch this video. No, your eyes are made of solid rock. Specifically, calcite crystals. You literally have high-definition, 4K resolution crystal lenses. You are the first creature in history to truly see the world. And do you know what you see with those magnificent, state-of-the-art eyes? You see your own death approaching in vivid detail. Imagine having the best camera on the market just so you can take a high-resolution photo of the bus that is about to hit you. You can see the exact moment a predator decides you look like a delicious taco, and because you crawl at the speed of a bored snail, there is absolutely nothing you can do about it except watch the horror unfold. Speaking of horror, meet your neighbor, Anomalocaris. Imagine a giant, angry shrimp the size of a human arm, with two spiked tentacles on its face and a mouth that looks like a circular saw made of nightmares. This thing is the apex predator of your era. It is the king of the sea, and you are its favorite brand of potato chip. When an Anomalocaris spots you from above, your 4K crystal eyes will show you every single spike on its tentacles as it reaches down to grab you. Your only defense? You roll into a ball. That is it. That is your entire survival strategy. You curl up like a pathetic little armored pill bug and hope that your shell is too crunchy for the monster to bother with. You are basically playing a game of hide and seek where the only place you can hide is inside your own skin, while a giant monster tries to crack you open like a walnut. If the shell holds, you live to eat more mud tomorrow. If it breaks, well, at least your anxiety is finally over. But the anxiety does not stop at predators. Even your own body is trying to kill you. You see, your shell does not grow. As you get bigger from eating all that premium ocean trash, your armor becomes too tight. It is like being trapped in a suit of iron that is 3 sizes too small. To grow, you have to undergo a process called molting. And this, my friend, is the peak of your misery. To molt, you have to literally crack your own skeleton open and crawl out of it. Imagine having to peel off your entire skin in one piece while standing in a room full of people who want to eat you. When you finally wiggle out of your old shell, you are not a tough, armored warrior. You are a soft, squishy, defenseless jelly bean. You are a walking piece of sashimi. You have to hide under a rock for days, shivering in total darkness, waiting for your new shell to harden. One tiny crab, one hungry worm, or even a strong current could end you instantly. You are a snack waiting to happen, and you have to do this over and over again for your entire life. Is it worth it? Probably not. But you keep going. You keep crawling. You keep eating mud. Because that is what a trilobite does. You are the ultimate survivor, even if your survival looks like a comedy of errors. You are the OG of the ocean, the first king of the sea floor, and the most stressed-out organism to ever exist. Now let us move forward a few million years. You might think that things would get easier as time passes. You would be completely wrong. As the eons drag on, the universe decides that giant angry shrimp are simply not terrifying enough. So, evolution creates fish. But please do not imagine the cute, colorful little fish you see in an aquarium today. No, these are the placoderms. They are massive, heavily armored sea monsters with jaws made of literal bone plates. These jaws function exactly like biological guillotines, designed to crush through shells just like yours. And what exactly is your evolutionary response to this massive, upgraded threat? Do you grow wings to fly away? Do you develop a potent poison? Do you learn how to swim faster than a drunk turtle? Of course you do not. Your species responds with absolute, unadulterated paranoia. You enter an intense evolutionary arms race where your only viable strategy is to become the absolute most annoying thing to swallow in the entire ocean. You start growing spikes. Everywhere. You grow spikes on your back, spikes on your head, spikes on your tail. You essentially turn yourself into a prehistoric, underwater cactus. Some of your eccentric cousins even grow long eye stalks that stick out like submarine periscopes, just so they can stay entirely buried in the mud while still keeping a panicked watch. For danger, others evolve strange snouts that look like garden pitchforks. You are trying so incredibly hard to be unappetizing. The entire goal of your pathetic existence is to make sure that when a giant armored fish inevitably bites you, you get stuck in its throat and choke it to death. That is it. That is your grand revenge on the universe. You are literally kamikaze junk food. This endless cycle of misery goes on for an absolute eternity. The world changes drastically above your head. The land goes from being a barren, empty wasteland to having dense, green forests. Brave amphibians start crawling out of the water to explore the shores. Giant insects take to the skies and buzz through the ancient air. But not you. You are still stuck down here in the pitch-black dark, eating cold mud, molting in absolute terror, and growing even more ridiculous spikes. You somehow manage to survive the Ordovician mass extinction, a time when the entire planet freezes over and the oceans turn into a bitter, toxic soup. You also survive the late Devonian extinction, an event where the oxygen levels drop so incredibly low that just breathing becomes an extreme, life or death sport. You are extremely resilient. I will definitely give you credit for that. You are the ultimate, stubborn survivor. For a staggering 270 million years, through brutal ice ages, devastating asteroid strikes, and the terrifying invention of jaws, teeth, and claws, you endure it all. You sit there and watch thousands of other majestic species rise to power and fall into oblivion. You are the silent, crunchy witness to the dawn of complex life on Earth. You are a biological tank, a true testament to the sheer, stubborn will to exist against all odds. But then, the Permian-Triassic extinction event arrives. Scientists call it the Great Dying. This is not just a bad day at the office. This is the universe deciding to hit the absolute factory reset button on planet Earth. Massive, continent-sized volcanoes in what is now modern-day Siberia begin to erupt. And they do not erupt for days, or even years. They erupt continuously for thousands of years. The atmosphere fills with thick, choking greenhouse gases. The global temperature skyrockets to an insane degree. The oceans do not just get uncomfortably warm, they literally acidify. They turn into hot, toxic, completely oxygen-deprived dead zones. It is exactly as if someone placed the entire ocean inside a giant microwave and set the timer to eternity. And this, sadly, is where your incredible luck finally runs out. All your thick armor, all your sharp spikes, all those millions of years of paranoid, stressful evolution mean absolutely nothing when the water itself turns against you. You cannot simply roll into a ball to protect yourself from global warming. You cannot grow sharper spikes to fight off acidic oceans. You just sit there helplessly on the muddy bottom, trapped in your highly evolved, spike-covered shell. You look through your expensive, high-definition crystal eyes, and you watch as the world literally boils and dies around you. One by one, every single member of your family, your friends, and your 20,000 different cousin species simply suffocate in the dark, acidic water. It is a quiet, brutal, an utterly anticlimactic end to the longest ruling dynasty in the history of the animal kingdom. After 270 million years of constant, unbearable struggle, of surviving the absolute worst conditions the universe could possibly throw at you, your grand reward is to be buried in the mud and forgotten forever. Today, you are nothing more than a neat little fossil. You are just a rock that human children find on a weekend hiking trip, point at with their sticky fingers, and say, "Wow, look at this weird bug." Your incredible legacy is being sold in natural history museum gift shops as a cheap, $10 paperweight. All that anxiety, all that running, all that terrifying molting, just to become a piece of desk decor. And that is exactly why it absolutely sucks to be born as a trilobite. You are the ultimate, tragic punching bag of biological history. If you appreciate the fact that you have a warm spine, soft skin, and do not have to eat toxic mud for breakfast every morning, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Nerixy. Drop a comment below and let us know what miserable, pathetic creature you want to experience next on our channel. Do not forget to hit the notification bell, because you definitely do not want to miss our next deep dive into the darkest nightmares of the animal kingdom. See you next time, assuming a giant prehistoric shrimp does not get you first.